Everybody comes in your grandmother. Everybody comes in your grandmother. Yeah.
Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.
Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Can you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say, I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
And then they have cans of soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup for my family. They're so innocent. This is soup for my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup for my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls.
$7 million for reef fish management. $25 million to combat Asian carp. $2.5 million to count the number of amberjack fish in the Gulf of Mexico.
I liked beer. I still like beer. But I did not drink beer to the point of blacking out.
They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. It's very simple. Bad deal, should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up, and they had the worst cover-up ever. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint, when they thought about it. Because whoever thought of that idea, I think is in big trouble.
As far as my relationships with all people, I think I have great relationships with all people. I am the least racist person in this room.
Everybody comes in your grandmother. 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 Everybody comes in your grandmother, your father, your mother, your brother, your cousins. They come in so easily, so crazy. Everybody comes in your grandmother,
In case you don't know, and you haven't seen the latest polls, the American people hold the President of the United States in contempt. They hold this institution in contempt. They hold the Republican Party in contempt. They hold the Democratic Party in contempt. They think that maybe, given all of the crises facing this country, it's about time that there was some bold leadership here and that this institution made some hard choices.
It's not that they don't want to help. They don't know quite what to do. Play the radio. Make sure the television, make sure you have the record player on at night. The phone. Make sure the kids hear words. A kid coming from a very...
They weren't coming because they couldn't get in. Once they think they can get in, they're coming, and they are coming at levels that you haven't even seen yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, leaders and fighters for freedom and liberty and the American dream, the best is yet to come.
There's an old saying in Tennessee, I know it's in Texas, probably in Tennessee, that says, fool me once, shame on you. If fool me, we can't get fooled again.
Did you use the word smart? So you said you went to Delaware State, but you forgot the name of your college. You didn't go to Delaware State. You graduated either the lowest or almost the lowest in your class. Don't ever use the word smart with me. Don't ever use that word.
Oh, give me a break.
Because you know what? There's nothing smart about you, Jeff.
And I have a simple proposition here. I'm here to ask you for your help. Where I come from, you don't get far unless you ask. My name's Joe Biden. I'm a Democratic candidate for the United States Senate. Look me over. If you'd like to see help out, if not vote the other way, give me a look, though.
It was an amazing phone call I made. 40 Wall Street actually was the second tallest building in downtown Manhattan, and it was actually, before the World Trade Center, was the tallest. And then when they built the World Trade Center, it became known as the second tallest, and now it's the tallest. And I just spoke to my people.
Early in the morning, they went to the table with the black robe, the black shield, and they pulled out the votes. Those votes were put there a number of hours before.
Everybody digging my chili, what I'm laying down, that is not true.
They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. Very simple. Bad deal, should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up, and they had the worst cover-up ever. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint when they thought about it, because whoever thought of that idea, I think, is in big trouble.
That was an opinion of somebody, and that was a retweet. I'll put it out there. People can decide for themselves. I don't take a message.
Let me just tell you, I get along with everybody, which is my obligation to my company, to myself, etc. Obviously, the war in Iraq is a big, fat mistake, all right?
And we're getting crowds like this all over the last couple of weeks. We like to troll. We like to go the night before one of their primaries. We do a little trolling. It's called We Do a Little Trolling. Bernie Sanders was very upset. Why would he be there? Why? Because I want to win. I want to keep everybody. Running against the worst candidate in the history of presidential politics puts pressure on me. Can you imagine if I lose my whole life? What am I going to do? I'm going to say I lost to the worst candidate in the history of politics. I'm not going to feel so good. Maybe I'll have to leave the country. I don't know.
Unbelievable.
They felt pretty comfortable after day 2.
They're coming all over the place.
Hello, users, and welcome to another whatever the fuck. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. All the days are blending together. Who even knows what's happening? I feel like the whole world is falling apart. Anyway, what's up, y'all? How's it going? I'm here. I'm queer. And I'm ready to talk about something. Should we do like another little news check? Is there anything like worth talking about in the real world? In the outside world? I've got this like fucking wire. It's just like coming out of me. It's crazy. Anyway, so hello. Let me drink some coffee here. So as you can see, we have a dog. I bought Max a new toy yesterday. It's on the floor, but he is a dog. So just look at him. Look at him. Are you seeing this goddamn dog? Are you, like, is that visible? Oh, there he goes. Lord have motherfucking mercy. Lord have motherfucking mercy. Anyway. That's a good question, Mr. Freak. I don't have the answer for that. My voice sounds better? Maybe. That's possible. It's totally possible. What's the toy? A toy duck. This will be his, I think, third duck. But I was at Walmart yesterday and I was like, I'll get Max a toy. That's what I'll do. I've been gone. I've been out protesting the government. I'll get Max a toy just so he doesn't, you know, forget that I exist when I leave the house. You look bright-eyed and beautiful today. I mean, that's every day, right? Thank you, though. I appreciate that. Look at the little guy squirming. He's a crazy pup. That guy is motherfucking crazy. Look at him. He's playing with the toy right now. Look at that. Don't mind the clothes all over the floor. He is licking the duck. Get on that RE8 so we can talk about it. I have thoughts. First of all, Top Damage Wizard. First of all, I'm sure you do. Okay, now let's get this out of the way. I'm sure you've got some thoughts. I am so positive, right, that you, out of anyone in this chat room, has some thoughts on Resident Evil 8. So, now, you got them. They're there. Put them somewhere, right? You know, get a piece of paper, write them down, because I got news for you, buddy. It's going to be a while. So, get those thoughts, put them somewhere. Get a little piece of paper, fold it up, and then put it in an envelope, and then on the envelope, put when Andrea plays Resident Evil 8. And then lick the envelope, and then just put it on your desk. And just wait. And so when I play the game, because when I play the game, I will do it on stream. Right? So like when I play you're going to pop in, you're going to have your envelope, you're going to be ready to post messages in the chat room. That's what's going to happen. I thought you were going to do laundry. We all think things. We've been known to think things. I mean, it's a form of psychosis, to be honest, to consider such a prospect that clearly is not going to happen. I mean, like, really, to be honest, it's. I would suggest checking in with a medical professional. I have to replay RE7 before 8. Do I have to? I don't really want to. I don't really want to replay Resident Evil 7. I don't want to remember Resident Evil 7. What, like, the game, like, the second half of the game is so horrible. I, like, legit have PTSD. I want to remind everyone, I am the first human being in the history of human beings. Like, you know how we have, like, the first human being who painted on a cave. Don't know who that person is, but I'm sure they're epic. We have the first human being who built a fucking boat. We have the first human being who sailed the boat. We got the first human being who died of polio, right? I'm the first human being who completed a speed run of Resident Evil 7, right? So like that's like, you know, I'm in my little, you know, little historical, you know, I'm up there. I'm like, you know, with the first human being who used paint, the first human being who ate a French fry. Like I'm in that like lineage of great humans. I'm the first human to complete a speed run of Resident Evil 7. So. Anyway, with that being said, hello users. I've got a smudge on my motherfucking glasses right now, man. I got a smudge on my motherfucking glasses. Look at this. This is how I look like without my glasses on. Don't I look like a freak? Don't I look like a fucking crazy person? Like, imagine looking at this. Imagine looking at this, right? And you're like, wow. Like, what else would you say? Like, I just look like a fucking idiot without my glasses on. Alright. Ben Burgess, I really want to like him as much as I used to, but I've seen like a couple too many cringe takes from him, mostly surrounding the Glenn Greenwald thing. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know, like I feel like he's got this like bizarre hang up that like needs to be eradicated at all costs. But yeah, so I am under the impression that there is some stuff that they're trying to mess around with when it comes to releasing the tape to the family of Andrew Brown. I have seen some curious posts about them shutting things down downtown. So we'll see how that goes. I'll have more updates, obviously, tomorrow morning, but I did not see the Good Morning Comrade interview. Is Ben all about paving the way for the battlefield of ideas? I mean, like, if that's your character, sure. You know what I mean? Like, if your like role is to be the person that is like obsessed with like the rule book of the battlefield of ideas, like to make sure like you know that person like 3 hours into a game of Monopoly, like everyone's already drunk, and then like someone is trying to like, you know, do something, and then like someone's trying to buy like, you know, a third house, but they haven't bought like a second house on like Baltic Avenue or something, right? And you're like, whoa, buddy. And then you like try to find the box, and it's like you look for the fucking lid where you've got the fucking manual, right? And then you pull the manual out, and it's like, hey, wait a second, buddy, right? And then you just look through the manual, and it's like you can't actually, like, you know, you're barely able to read, but you already know what the rule says. You just have to read it from the book so that people take you seriously. Yes, I've been in this situation. I'm speaking from experience, right? And so like you take the book, you got the book, you scroll through the page because you know some bitch motherfucker's gonna be like, no, and you're gonna have to show him the goddamn page, right? So you look at the motherfucking page and you go like, you can't do that, motherfucker. These are the rules. That's Ben Burgess when it comes to the battlefield of ideas. What's going on? Wait, is someone dead? Oh, Lindsay. Oh no, I'm so sorry to hear that. That's horrible. I'm gonna be honest. This is like a personal story for me. This is like a literal, like a through line, like a thread throughout my entire life, right? Almost every single time I play Monopoly with somebody, they end up mad at me. And I don't know, I've had like maybe 1 or 2 games where that hasn't happened. But almost every single time I play Monopoly with someone gets mad at me, someone starts crying, right? You know, it's like people get upset, like I don't speak to someone for the next several hours. Like, it's always a problem with me. And, you know, of course, my bitch ass is like, all right, let's play more Monopoly the next day, right? Because I enjoy it. I enjoy the anguish. I enjoy the pain, right? So it's like, I get it. I feel it. But it's like, that's just like, almost every single time Monopoly is played around me and someone ends up crying, it's going to be a problem. That being said, I will always play Monopoly with anybody, so. I like him, but he's a big class reduction, will solve all the social problems guy. I mean, that's, yeah, we'll get it. I don't want to get into that. Monopoly ruins anything. It has nothing to do with you. It's just a universal truth. I mean, I also win a considerable portion of time that I play. I hate playing Monopoly. Every time I've played the game, it goes on for days. All right, y'all, if there's ever a meetup amongst this chat room, if I ever do like a comedy tour, because I'm really funny, I'm going to bring Muppet Monopoly. That's right, folks. I've got Muppet Monopoly. I'm going to bring Muppet Monopoly. And whoever can beat me, I'll provide something in return. I'll think of a prize. Maybe I'll like sign a water bottle or something. Who knows, right? Yo, it's 10:30 already? Jesus Christ. I forgot I started late too, so okay. I'm about to say, Lord have fucking mercy, right? Thank you. My sister holds a grudge against me for winning Monopoly and gloating almost every time we played. Milo, we're like the same person, except like, 60s, 50 years, 40? I don't know. I don't know how old you are. In between. I'm all for hashing out and discussing how the atmosphere around identity politics is changing how the left should approach, but I wish people like Burgess would make their solidarity known more. I mean, that's the thing. If I were like a cis white guy, right, and people have the false impression that I don't care about social issues enough, I would just like write about them more. Like, that's just me personally, though. Many, many years, I bet. Hello, Horatio. How's it going, by the way? They assume everyone listening is on the same baseline level of respect. That's what, like, the Glenn Greenwald thing especially is like. Glenn Greenwald is like, I know that there's people who may watch me that disagree with human rights, but I think most people watching, like, he does that thing where it's like, yeah, there might be people that are racist that watch me, but I think most people aren't racist. And then that convinces the racist people, or like the sexist people, or the transphobic people, or the homophobic people. It's like, oh yeah, no, I'm not homophobic. I'm just, there are some people that, like, and that's like, it's just like a framing tool that I don't agree with. Or like, Monopoly is okay if it's expropriated at the end and turned into a co-op. That's never happening with me. Monopoly is where I turn into Jeff Bezos, motherfucker. I'm gonna rip your shit apart. Co-op's my asshole. I'm gonna fucking bust your shit till the fucking cows come home if we're playing Monopoly. Bitch, motherfucker, I'm not even joking, too. You will rue the day that you decided to, like, oh, we're gonna build a co-op. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. You're not building a co-op on my motherfucking land, bitch. It's not happening. You're supposed to get tired of the capitalism and decide to do something else? Hell no, buddy. I've been poor my whole life. If I can pretend to be rich in a fucking board game, I mean, let's be real here. I'm going to pretend to be motherfucking rich in a board game. I mean, like, I don't know what else to tell you. I don't know what the fuck else you need from me. What are the Muppet Monopoly pieces? Gonzo, the Swedish Chef, Kermit the Frog, Rolf the Dog, Miss Piggy, and Fozzie Bear. Yes, I have them all memorized. My family can't play Monopoly together. The game ends with a board flip every time. I mean, that just shows that they're disrespectful. That your family must be abandoned at all costs. I mean, like, just cut them loose. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm gonna get rich off of... Bitch, motherfucker, I swear to God, if you come into my goddamn motherfucking chat room with your Bitcoin Cash bullshit... Let me look at this. Is Bitcoin Cash the number 4 cryptocurrency? Last time I checked, it's Dogecoin. Sorry. Look at that shit. $1,400. Why is it so expensive? What the fuck? What even is Bitcoin Cash? I don't even know what that is. What is Internet Computer? I've never heard of this before. I have CoinMarketCap open. There's Internet Computer at rank number 8. I don't even know what that is. Did this just exist? This started existing like today. Like, what the fuck? It's already the 8th largest cryptocurrency. After 12 hours of being alive? That's crazy. I was in the Monopoly Club in high school. Bitch, motherfucker. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You're not. Oh, I'm in the Monopoly Club in high school. Look at me. No, you're not in the fucking Monopoly Club. What the fuck? And even then, even if you are in the Monopoly Club, like, you know, like, possible scenario, you're not gonna win. You're not gonna beat me. It's just not happening. It's just not gonna happen. Yeah, no shit, it's a fork of Bitcoin. For what? I can make a fork of Bitcoin. I can make a spoon of Bitcoin. What's the purpose? Why would anyone want it? I'm going to make a new Bitcoin. It's going to be a fork, and I'm going to call it Bitcoin 2. How about that? Anyone wants a Bitcoin 2? It's the second Bitcoin. The first one, that's like, you know, it's a classic. I respect the first one. But let's be honest, we got to modernize it a bit. So we got Bitcoin 2. And anyone want to buy Bitcoin 2? Fucking Bitcoin 2. Fucking Bitcoin Cash. Where's Kelsey? Get in here. What the fuck? What is wrong with you? Bitcoin Cash, Monopoly money? What's the difference? That's what I'm saying. Felix, I think there's just a version of Monopoly for literally everything, and I'm a Muppet person and a Monopoly person, so I get to... there's actually 2 Muppet Monopolies. There's 2 editions. And the boards are like very similar but slightly different and have different artwork. The pieces are the same. But you know, I like doing to be honest, here's my like optimal Bitcoin or not Bit optimal Monopoly play. Both boards. How does anyone feel about that? Both boards. Muppet Monopoly 2 boards edition. 2 boards edition. So when you go past go on one board, just kidding, motherfucker. You're on the other board. How's that? Anyone? 2 boards edition? No? Because I'm down. Let's go. I'm down. Let's do it. 2 boards. Let's bring a 3rd board in here. I've only got 2, but I'll buy a 3rd right now.
In my opinion, it's never too late. Little double sound deck. So that's the story, fellas.
That's the story, fellas. Do you do anything on free parking? Of course. Of course. You got to do something on free parking. Jim Henson's The Hooves. There probably will be at some point in our lives. I'm drinking coffee the first time in 3 months! What the hell? 3 motherfucking months? Are you joking? How did you survive? Like, I've gone like 2 weeks. Hey everyone, I went 2 weeks without coffee. 3 months? What? That's crazy. The WCW Super Brawl of Monopoly games. Action so extreme we need 2 boards to contain it. I feel that. This motherfucker. I can't with this guy. This fucking dumb bitch. I've only had 100 fucking milligram calf pill. First of all, calf pill. What are you, a horse? Like, what the fuck? What are you, a cow? Like, what, a calf? Also, imagine like taking a caffeine. Just drink coffee, dude. Like, what the fuck? It exists. It's right here. Look at it. Just fucking drink it. Come on. Lord have mercy. I don't drink coffee. Well, go fuck yourself. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just... Oh. Smia, I don't know why you didn't tell me you were trying to do that. I probably would have peer pressured you. That's why. Well, I'm gonna peer pressure you. Drink some motherfucking coffee, bitch, right now. No, I'm just kidding. Yo, I will get into the actual news, like, soon, I promise. I just fucked my shit up. I'll get into the actual news soon, I promise. I'm just, like, I'm in a good mood today. I'm having fun. Like, I'm just, like, shit posting here. I'm enjoying my life, you know? I'm allowed. I'm allowed to enjoy my goddamn life. Right? I'm a fucking loud. Oh, you're on your second cup? Fuck. I forgot. Yeah, you started that by saying this is the first time. It's not, you've gone 3 months. Yeah. On my second cup, this bitch. Lord have mercy. What is new? All right, let's look at the Google News thing. Let's see what Michelle Obama's up to today. So, some very important updates yesterday. Let's see what we got. Oh God, should I talk about Andrew Yang? Lord have motherfucking mercy. All right, let's go in. We're going in. I'm sorry. I fucking Andrew motherfucking fuck. So Andrew motherfucking fuck, also known as Andrew Yang, mayoral candidate and failed presidential candidate, is Lord have mercy. He's doing something. Okay, so this is just the first article I saw. Republicans like Ted Cruz and Stephen Miller. Stephen motherfucking Miller. If you don't know who that is, you might be thinking, who's Stephen Miller? I'm uneducated and I didn't follow. No, I'm just joking. I mean, if you don't know who it is, that's okay. But Stephen Miller is the guy, basically the chief, immigration policy guy of the Trump administration. You know, he came up with classic ideas like, the Muslim ban and, building the wall, certain kinds of, immigration tactics. Remember when they did that whole, we're going to have to, if you seek asylum, actually you stay in the country you're trying to run away from. Where people are trying to kill you? Yeah, you're going to stay right there, and then maybe we'll come get you in, 3 months, maybe. And then by the time 3 months comes around, there's just, a fucking corpse with a head missing. Right? So it's that's the kind of situation. That's Stephen Miller's fucking shit. So that guy's crazy, right? Are cheering on Andrew Yang after he posted a pro-Israel tweet amid violent clashes with Palestinians. First of all, violent clashes. Now, I haven't covered the surrounding context, but basically, IDF super soldiers just basically, killed a bunch of Palestinians and injured a shitload of them for what seemingly it was just, no reason. It was just one of those situations where it's yeah, sure, an ant is maybe trying to bite you, but it's imagine committing genocide on the entire ant colony. You just flick off the one who's trying to bite you and then you run away. It's that simple. You know what I mean? So that's kind of the situation. The Israel fucking military has all this fucking super soldier decked out fucking guns, ammo, bullshit, fucking uniforms, and they got water cannons and they got all this bullshit. And it's dude, who are you fighting? What do you fight? What is that? It's almost as ridiculous as the United States, police force. Actually, it's more ridiculous because, fun fact, actually, the United States police forces actually take a lot of notes from the IDF on how to, attack and kill people. For example, I believe I read somewhere that the holding technique or whatever that Derek Chauvin was trying to do is something that they picked up from the IDF, something like that. And so obviously it's a huge problem. And they're I've seen videos of the IDF killing children, shooting children dead with sniper rifles. It's a fucking problem. And anyone, and this is something that Andrew Yang has always been horrible at, right? Is his foreign policy, right? But anyone who sees what Israel is doing and thinks, oh, that's acceptable to me. I'm sorry, but you're a piece of shit. You're garbage. You're garbage. You're shit in my shoes. And I'm going to be honest, I really don't know how I could respect someone who doesn't value Palestinian lives on the same level as Israeli lives, especially after the recent videos that have come out. So let me read this. Let me just look at this tweet, because who cares about the response? The tweet is what we're really after here. Okay, so I want to remind everyone the context here is a video of Israeli forces basically just killing a bunch of Palestinians for just existing, just being alive, being human beings. And this is Andrew Yang's response. Yo, I'm sorry, I just read this first. The U.S. military whistleblower Chelsea Manning also tweeted, yikes, I'm sorry, I can't! That's so good. God bless your soul, Chelsea. Anyway, let's keep going up. I'm standing with the people of Israel who are coming under bombardment attacks and condemn the Hamas terrorists. The people of NYC will always stand with our brothers and sisters in Israel who face down terrorism and persevere. So I just want to say, like, isn't that a little anti-Semitic to say that, oh yeah, all the New York Jews, they love Israel? Isn't that like, that's like a little anti-Semitic, isn't it? Oh yeah, I'm running for mayor of New York. I love Israel, wink, right? Like what? Like what kind of like campaign strategy is that? I'm sorry, it's ridiculous. And then also, you know, like again, like what the fuck? It's like, I can understand if there's like, you know, some viral shit going on where Hamas like blows up a fucking orphanage or something. Like, you know, whatever. Do your both. Like, it's not even doing both sides here. It's not even doing both sides. But at that point, do your both sidesism. Right? But that's not the context here, motherfucker. That's not what happened. That's not what fucking is going on currently in the world, right? And it's like, also, this isn't even like a both-siderism. It's like, oh yeah, the Israeli Defense Force is a little bit too much. No, it's just like, yeah, fuck them dirty Muslims. I love the Jews. Like, that's what this tweet is. It's bizarre. It's strange. It's cringy. And as Chelsea Manning says, yikes. It's so good. It's so good. It's so good. That's fucking yikes. I mean, that sums it up. I mean, it really sums it up. Fucking yikes, dude. The hashtag Yang supports genocide also trended overnight. Lord have mercy. Lord have motherfucking mercy. I mean, I can't with Andrew Yang. Are people still like fucking... Are people still batting for this guy? Like right now? May 11th, 2021? Are people still going like, Yang Gang! Hashtag math! Hashtag math! Humanity first! Not left! Not right! But forward! Like, remember all that dumb bullshit? Remember all that stupid dumb fuck, like, baby boy bitch fucking nonsense? Oh, I fucking hate Andrew Yang, and I fucking hated his supporters. And I know there's some people that are gonna watch this who are like not that, you know, they don't follow politics as much as I do, and they're like, oh, what happened to Andrew Yang? I thought he was pretty cool. No, motherfucker, he was never pretty cool. He lied to you, and you didn't do enough research, and that's okay. That's okay. It's okay to be lied to, and it's okay to not do enough research. But guess what, motherfucker? I've been lied to, and I did do the research, and Yang's a piece of garbage. So I'm just throwing that out there. Yeah, like, you know, fuck Andrew Yang. All my homies hate Andrew Yang. He's a bitch, so fuck him. Yang is gonna win, and it's gonna be bad. Yo, it's gonna be really bad. It's honestly gonna be really bad. I mean, what do you expect? Andrew Yang's whole, like, hat thing. He had the blue hat. I mean, what the fuck? What do you expect? The thin blue hat, y'all. Andrew Yang was always repping the thin blue hat. I don't know what to tell you. Alright, so at least 8 dead in school shooting in Russia. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, here we go. The Hill. Biden to go one-on-one with Manchin. Who the fuck? What does that mean? Who cares? They're not going to do anything. All that shit's already preordained. Do you really? Can I have some? I have some math merch that I would love some for like an ironic Yang character. You know, like do this and then I come back with a hat on. You know? I would love that. Like legit. Like not even joking. Thunder. Oh my God. The thin blue hat. I'm funny. Thank you. I don't know if I care. Like, who knows who Joni Ernst is? Oh, cancel culture. Oh my god. I don't know if I want to go into that. I mean, I would love, like, if anyone has any 2020 primary material, like a fucking, like, anything, like a fucking Elizabeth Warren shirt, I would, any, like, merchandise that I can wear and then do a character on stream, give it to me. The dance, that was the Pete Buttigieg people. Hold up. I got you. I know what you're currently thinking is, oh no, I don't want you to got me. But bitch, motherfucker, I'm gonna get you. You ready for this? Remember that? Remember that? Yeah. Remember that? That was crazy. Wasn't this a time to be alive? They're all so into it too. They're all so into it. Yo, I heard this song on the radio not too long ago. I'm not gonna lie. I heard this song on the radio, and I legit had flashbacks. Like I like it was a horrible time to be alive. I was there. I was partially intoxicated. Boom, the song that was on ended, and then this motherfucking shit came on. By the way, Pete Buttigieg is the transportation secretary now. Like, did anyone forget about that? Transportation, yeah, that's right. Doesn't this scream transportation? What the fuck? Lord have goddamn motherfuck, man. Deval Patrick 2020 bumper stickers. Hit me up with that shit, man. That's the good shit right there. Who listens to the radio? It was on in a building I was in. Like, it's on. It's like they're literally doing a dance instruction. Like, this is shocking. It really is shocking that this is still in existence. Like, these people did that, you know, it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. Apparently there's a gas shortage. Does anyone know about that? I don't drive. There's a gas shortage or something. The only good radio is WHIV FM in New Orleans. There you go. I was on the radio all over the West Coast the other day. People were listening to my voice on the radio. What about the gas shortage? Yeah, I mean, it's a gas shortage. I mean, I don't drive, so it's just reading the Google News, you know. Cyber criminals. Gotta be tough on cyber. But yep. This is where it comes in handy to be a pro walker. You know, it's like I've been out here walking like 10 miles a day at these protests. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, I could walk to Washington, D.C. If I wanted to, I could walk to Washington, D.C. I could walk to New Jersey. Those are places I've lived before that I have a destination. I mean, I could walk to Maine if I wanted to. I couldn't go any further because I don't have a passport, but I like physically speaking, I could. Does anyone want to walk up and down the East Coast with me? I'll do it. Anyone like a month long, just march from Maine to Florida? No bikes, just walking. Amy for America 2020, please stop it. I can't handle that. That's too much.
Noodle.
Can we avoid the racist bits? I don't think we can, actually. I think that's just part of it. I got the puppers. Bring them along. The puppers can walk. My Carly Fiorina 2016 year. Lord, that would be brilliant. That would be brilliant. John Delaney bumper stickers. That's a requirement. That's a requirement. Send me money on PayPal if you want some John Delaney merch. Anyway, let's actually, I'm sorry. I'm just, this is how I am sometimes. I'm going to do the recap for yesterday's protests. That's what's happening. So bear with me here. Yeah, I live in the racist bit. Like that. Yo, you're about to find out how racist it is. Like, we almost had someone drive into a fucking crowd yesterday. It was crazy. Delaney-acs, rise up. We gotta rise up. Yo, I'm about to buy this shit right now. Oh my god, his logo is so good. John Delaney for president. Is there like a hat or anything I could have? Jim Webb 2016. That's too much. That's too much. Yep, again. Someone almost killed people again. God damn it. It happens. There's a bottle opener. John Delaney bottle opener, folks. It's incredible. Are the vests jackets? That's a question I feel like we will be tackling for the rest of our lives. Are the vests jackets? Or is it a vest? I mean, it could be considered a jacket. If it has sleeves, right? It could be considered a jacket. But at the same time, it's a unique sort of jacket. It's like a vest. You know, it's like a coat. You know? All right, folks. Let's get into the news. That's right, the news. So yesterday was the 20th straight day of protests in Elizabeth City over the death of Andrew Brown Jr., who was shot and killed by some Al-Qaeda looking motherfuckers known as the Sheriff's Department of Pasquotank County. And so we've been protesting for 20 days. Today will be day 21 when I leave the house, and so that's 3 weeks. That's 3 weeks that we've been out here, and I've been out here every single day because no one else is going out. ABC's not out there. You see ABC in this photo? You see ABC? I don't see ABC. You see CBS? Fuck no. They're motherfucking bitches. They're not gonna cover a protest. No one's being violent. No one's breaking windows. They don't give a fuck about us and our demands. And our family members being killed and shot dead. And they don't give a shit. What about Fox? They don't even care. So this is the 20th straight day of peaceful, nonviolent protests in Elizabeth City. I was in the bathroom, and I come out of the bathroom, and I see everyone's walking away. I see, where is everyone going? Oh, right. We're going downtown to shut shit down. That's where we're going, I think. Asterisk. Now, again, yesterday, I talked a little bit more at length about the permit situation, so go watch yesterday. I'm not going to reiterate that. I think permits are stupid. I think if you're protesting the police and you're letting police dictate what you're allowed to do, I think it's dumb. But I also understand, do permits every day so that something is done every day, and then hold, potential other strategies in your back pocket in case of emergency. So I get that as a strategy I disagree with, but I get it. I understand it. So, people are marching once again. I don't know what to tell you. This is another, episode of, they're gonna, tell us to cover half the road. While we were going out here, there was a part, that's a little bit forward. But I'll go into that later. So we went through some residential areas, which, residential areas are sometimes, they're a hit or a miss, right? Sometimes you get people that get out of their house and into the street, but then also you don't, so it's if you don't, you're not really protesting much. And then also it's okay, well, the police are following us. Why are we bringing police into neighborhoods so that the police don't need to be in? So I don't know. I would prefer doing the marches in downtown where all the businesses are. I prefer doing the marches at the bridge. I prefer doing them on, all the roads that have all the chain restaurants. That's my preference. But that's just my personal preference. And I think that 90% of people in the crowd also agree with me. So we keep going. My phone battery was a little low, so I didn't get too much footage. All the footage are 10-second clips. But really nothing notable happened yesterday. This is where we were when a car drove into oncoming traffic. So a car drove presumably from back here into oncoming traffic this way. So a car drove upwards this way. And now keep in mind, people were right here at the time. So people almost got hit by this car. And did a dumbass prick for brains Felton do anything about that? Nah. Felton's the guy in the car right up here, by the way. Where you see that? That's Felton. That's the lieutenant of the police here. Did he do anything about that? Nah. No, just let him drive off. So yesterday, I was talking about how Felton said, we want to prevent Charlottesville from ever happening here. And yet this is 2 times that Felton has been present for an attempted car attack, and he let them go. Now, I want to remind people that Felton arrested 4 people for walking too slow. Felton arrested 4 people for walking too slow. 2 people tried to drive into a crowd of protesters. Sorry, I mean, they were white. What do you want me to go after the white person? No, but seriously, fuck Felton. We need to understand. This guy's a bitch motherfucker. All of them on the Elizabeth City Police, bitch motherfuckers. They're not our friends. They want to kill us. They actively strategize on how to kill us on a daily basis. What the fuck don't you people understand? Right? So, my battery's a little low. We ended up marching for 3 hours? 6 to about 8? I don't know. 6 to about 8, so I guess 2 hours. It's not that long, but either way, I didn't have my phone battery was a little low, and I forgot to bring my spare charger, so I didn't get that many clips. But it was mostly uneventful. Again, we went through some of the residential areas, which I personally disagree with. I would rather shut down business districts, but either way, we finished, and that was basically it. It was a relatively short demonstration. People almost died again. The cops didn't do anything again. And I don't know, we're in this point right now. And again, I mentioned this yesterday, but we have a serious problem with the liberalization of these protests. People wanting to follow all of the rules, quote unquote, even rules that don't exist. It would be again, if we're playing Monopoly and I bust out the rule book and then tear it up and say, all right, now there's a new rule where you have to give me all of your money. And then you say, well, what? Where's the rule? And then I burn the rule book in front of you. Just give me all your money, bitch. At that point, it's not a rule. It's just you're being taken advantage of. And that's what the police are doing. There is nothing that says that we have to march on half the road. Doesn't exist. And when we first did that in the first place, the police said that they would provide a side caravan to prevent people from coming into oncoming traffic. They didn't do that. They didn't hold up their end of the bargain. Right? But people are just too scared to do anything. People are just too scared because we're in this really awkward point where the protests are definitely being liberalized, absolutely. And I can tell you right now that there are people that are planning more radical protesting. And so, I'm not going to give any details about that because I know the cops watch my show, and if they don't, then they're dumb, right? So it's what are you going to do? But yes, there are we're planning on doing some shit that doesn't involve getting into the streets every day. We're planning on doing some shit that doesn't involve filing for permits, and we're planning on shit that will disrupt the economy of Elizabeth City. And so I'm just letting y'all know that yes, there is a liberalization of protests going on, but there are people that are saying fuck that shit, and there's plans to go around it. And now again, I'm not going to divulge any information on that front, but that's the situation. That's what happened yesterday. We had a relatively short march that a lot of people perceived as ineffective. We picked up a few people. But I mean, what are you going to do, I guess? Either way, today, that is to say the day after yesterday, which is the coverage I just did, the family of Andrew Brown Jr. is presumably going to be seeing more footage, 16 minutes to my understanding, of redacted, heavily cut up, and heavily edited video footage of their brother, or their father, or their husband, or whatever, being shot and killed by a terrorist organization. And again, I want to remind everyone, there's been over 20 arrests of protesters. There have been 0 arrests of the killers. Now imagine that, right? Imagine that. Imagine the situation is reversed. Imagine someone goes into the police department, kills 4 cops. Right? Let's imagine not someone, a group of people goes into the police department, kills 4 cops. Right? And then the police start protesting and say, "Why'd you kill our friends?" And then instead of arresting the people who killed the cops, we arrest the cops for protesting. That's what's happening. That's what's happening. You need to understand, the badge that these people, the authority, the power that they wield, doesn't matter. It's meaningless. They're humans. We're humans. They murdered someone. They ended someone's life. Who cares if they got a badge? Ooh, are you dressed? Oh, Halloween's in 5 months. You dressing up? You practicing your LARP? Fuck that badge. Who gives a fuck about that shit? They came into our neighborhood and they killed someone. That's, at the end of the day, all that matters. And until justice is motherfucking served, until these motherfuckers are in prison, we're not gonna let up. You need to understand, there is no, but we were serving a warrant. No, that's an excuse to kill someone. Okay, we had a piece of paper that said we could search this person's car. Did it say that you could kill them? No. Go to jail. You abused your badge. You were paid money to protect people, and you killed them. It would be like, again, if I were a grocery store stocker, I was stocking the watermelons or whatever, right? And a customer says "Oh, how fresh are these watermelons?" And then I grab the boxing box cutter and I just slit their throat. And then my manager comes in and it's "What are you doing? Why'd you do that?" It's "Oh, sorry. Sorry. It was an accident. I was afraid for my life. Sorry." No, motherfucker! The cops would be called and you would be in prison for the rest of your life. So I need people to understand, there is nothing that actually protects the police. It's all made up. People, slave owners, hundreds of years ago created these police departments, slave patrols, right, as a cover-up to kill people. They're humans, we're humans. They killed people. They should be held accountable. I don't give a fuck what you are. I don't give a fuck if you're the president. I don't give a fuck if you're a rock star. I don't give a fuck if you're a janitor. I don't give a fuck if you're a celebrity. If you kill someone, you go to jail, motherfucker. If you murder someone, I should specify. If you kill someone in self-defense, that's a whole different story. But if you plain commit cold-blooded murder, you should be held accountable. But they're not being held accountable, and that's the motherfucking problem. That's the motherfucking problem. So, and we're not going to stop protesting our government until our government lets up, and our government's not going to let up. I need everyone to understand. If you live in Elizabeth City and you're watching my show, hi, I'm your friend, right? I need you to understand. They're not going to do anything. They're not going to release the full tape. It's not going to be released to the public. They're not going to arrest the officers. None of that is going to happen, and you need to be aware of that. That's not going to happen. They're not going to arrest them. They're not going to prosecute them. There will be no charges. No one will be going to jail for this, right? That's what you need to understand. And we need to act accordingly. Right? Marching around residential neighborhoods where no one is home, that does nothing to get those people arrested. It does nothing to arrest those people. And as long as we continue doing that, they're not going to arrest those people. It's just not going to happen. And even if we do super radical protesting, they're still not going to arrest those people. They are not going to listen. They have all the cards. Literally every single card is in their hands. except maybe one. And that one card is the strength in numbers card. And as long as we're not getting crowds, if we can get crowds of 500 people, maybe we can do something. But until that happens consistently every day again, they're not going to do shit. And so people need to understand that. But either way, that being said, we can't just give up. What is giving up do? Okay. Giving up is saying, okay, well, you can just go kill my dad and, oh well. You're not going to give up. What are you, a bitch? What are you, a loser? What the fuck? You need to make it your life mission to overthrow the power systems in this country. That's what I'm talking about here. Right? I'm saying, yes, we need justice for Andrew Brown. And yes, these individual officers need to be held accountable. But it's not just that. We need to destroy the police state. We need to get rid of these positions of authority. We need to abolish police departments all across not just America, but the fucking world. Because as long as these people have power, and as long as that power is not checked, they will continue to abuse that power. And until that power is gone, they will abuse it. End of story. That's why you have to abolish the police. It's like cancer, right? Yes, you can get cancer down to a point where it's benign and it's not a worry, but it's still there. At any point, it could grow again, right? And so that's why you need to get rid of that motherfucker. That's what police are. They're a cancer. They're all shit human beings. They're barely human beings. They're rejects. Like, you know when you get a new organ, right? And your body is like, whoa, what the hell is that shit? We got to reject that. Those are the cops. We got to stop taking our anti-rejection medication, and we need to get these motherfuckers out of our communities. They're not humans. They're not participating in our society. They're not walking among us. They're trying to pretend like they're better than us. They're not. They're scum on my shoes, and we need to treat them as such. Anyway, that's what I have to say. Day 20 of protesting was good. And again, I want to say that even though I think that some of the protesting is ineffective, you have to understand, we are still getting together and we are strategizing. And that, I think, is the most important factor, is that we are strategizing, right? It's like, it's one thing if, the protests die down and they get a little liberalized and then everyone goes home. That's one thing. But people aren't going home, right? People are staying home and they're planning for day 27. They're planning for day 37. They're planning for day 42. They're planning for day 74, right? So I'm just letting you know, yes, there are people that are going to show up every day, and I'm going to be those people. But also there are people that aren't showing up every day that are planning more demonstrations. There are people, So I need you to understand, yes, a lot of the protesting here has become liberalized, but that's not the only form of protesting. I'm just throwing that out there. Have we chatted much with the organizer fellow? I've chatted with all the organizers. They all have different opinions. And so anyway, that's the recap. We'll see how today goes. Again, they are supposed to release more redacted footage to the family of Andrew Brown, so I will be there to see what happens with that. They might just say psych nah at the last minute. We'll see, because they said that before. They said come on down, and then when the family came down, they said psych nah, and then, so it could happen again. So either way, again, that's the recap. I have nothing else to say, but there you go. Anyway, so how's everyone doing today? Speak to me, my friends. This is the I'm looking at my phone segment of the show. I'm on my phone right now. I'm just ignoring the show. I'm waiting for people to post something interesting in my stream chat, and then I'll respond to that. But until that happens, I'm looking at my phone. I'm sorry. I have purchased a new phone. I will provide more details when it arrives. Friends? Whoa, I think there's been a misunderstanding. Oh my god, stop. I hope the ripple effect from the organizing happening now will hopefully positively impact the community regardless. Yes. That's the thing, is we are trying to put together in place long-form methods of organizing right now. So that, again, yes, we need justice for Andrew Brown and his family. Absolutely. And that's not secondary, that's primary. But we are also providing secondary demands. We are also organizing, strategizing for the future, because it's not like what. Okay, let's imagine best case scenario. They sacrifice all 7 sheriff's deputies that participated in killing Andrew. They're all in prison for the rest of their lives. Okay, there's more sheriff's deputies. They're gonna hire more, right? So the problem isn't fixed, right? So yeah, we are planning for long term. I gotta say, I'm very impressed with the radical nature of Elizabeth City. I'm just throwing that out there. Very, very impressive, folks. Good to see you in one piece. Thank you, thank you. I'm still alive. I will never post something interesting. I'm already well aware of that, Jeffrey. Don't you worry. Alright, folks. You asked for it. Quest bar time. Got some lemon cake flavor. Right? Right? There we go. Check this out. I'm hungry, so. I don't know how you have the time to play in protest when you're playing nightly 8-hour Monopoly games on 4 boards. Max is dogging it up in the background. Max, you want to come up here? You want to say hello? I love him. I'm gonna cry. Look at him. He's so beautiful. He's so beautiful. Look at him. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. There he goes. Just look at this fucking dog. I mean, like, This is free content right here. Like, are you kidding me? Look at this dog. Like, what are you doing? This is the game we play. I just like move my hand and he kicks the shit out of me. Oh my god, Max, you're gonna fall off the fucking bed, you idiot. Oh, look at him. Look at it. I'm gonna cry. I'm going to fucking cry. My opinion on it specifically, I don't know. I haven't looked into it too much. But I do like quest bars, so. Look at him. He's trying to eat me. He's trying to eat me. You're trying to eat me alive. Look at him. He's consuming me. I love how he just stood back up just to do that. I'm definitely not gonna brush my hair. I mean, like, look at this mess. Look at that. What's going on over there? Like, what is that? I have no idea. Not even gonna bother with that shit. I'll wear my trademark hat. There you go. Yo, look at this dog. Holy shit. I got your foot. I got your foot. I got your foot. Oh. He's got my hand. Oh, I don't know if you could see that, but he tried to eat me. Hey, I've actually successfully learned how to use fitted sheets. They're pretty good. Have I ever played a video game called Doom? Never heard of it. I wish we had more gaming content. I mean, you know. Did you see the Obama writer on Newsmax? No, I did not. That's his new doc. I don't know if you heard that. I was trying to find the squeaker. And now he's investigating. Because, okay, so what happened just there was I was trying to find the squeaker. I found it. It scared him. And now he's investigating. Oh, there he goes. There he goes. Look at that fucking... I can't. Can you fold a fitted sheet? Why the fuck would I fold a fitted sheet? What the hell? Am I getting tan? What? No. No! Alright, folks, that pretty much sums up, today's program. I appreciate everyone for watching. It means a lot that you're still here, watching these updates about a city that you've never heard of before, right? It's like, you know, what are you gonna do? But again, I don't care if I get less viewers because no one knows what Elizabeth City is, because I'm the only person that's reporting every single day here. So like, it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's my job, it's my obligation, and so I will continue to do so until there is nothing to report. But either way, thank you all for tuning in. I am going to be getting the hell out of there. I'm pretty sure my hands, my arms are like these. Like, come on. This isn't a tan. Come on. Not real. Because if that were true, I'd have like tan lines, but I don't. Do I? Or is that the shadow? I don't know. My arms are a little flabby though. Save and catalog the videos. I'm gonna catalog your face, bitch. No, I'm just kidding. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Anyway, y'all, thank you for watching. Y'all have a good one. I'll see you tomorrow.
I don't know who created Pokemon Go, but I'm trying to figure out how we get them to have Pokemon go to the polls. No, seriously, hot sauce. I've been eating a lot of hot sauce, a lot of raw peppers and hot sauce.
They had a very bad original concept. It was carried out poorly, and the cover-up was one of the worst in the history of cover-ups. Very simple. Bad deal, should have never been thought of. Somebody really messed up. But they had the worst cover-up ever. And where it should have stopped is at the deal standpoint, when they thought about it. Because whoever thought of that idea, I think is in big trouble.
The reason the market is doing what it's doing is people are sitting at home getting the checks from the government, okay? And this fair share is a bullshit concept. It's just a way of attacking wealthy people, and, you know, I think it's inappropriate. We all got to work together and pull it together.
And then they have cans of soup. Soup. And they throw the cans of soup. That's better than a brick because you can't throw a brick, it's too heavy. But a can of soup, you can really put some power into that, right? And then when they get caught, they say, no, this is soup from my family. They're so innocent. This is soup from my family. It's incredible. And you have people coming over with bags of soup, big bags of soup, and they lay it on the ground, and the anarchists take it, and they start throwing it at our cops, at our police. And if it hits you, that's worse than a brick, because it's got force. It's the perfect size. It's like made perfect. And when they get caught, they say, no, this is just soup from my family. And then the media says, this is just soup. These people are very, very innocent. They're innocent people.
Well, you have to understand, the first time I ever heard of Black Lives Matter, they were chanting pigs in a blanket, talking about police. Pigs, talking about our police. Pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon.